gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn to stone at hospitals and nursing homes. And when the tide rises, somebody sinks and is gone in the blink of an eye. Somebody sinks and is gone in the blink of an eye. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one, with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. I always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears, but never thought I'd walk away with so much joy but so much pain. And it's so hard to say goodbye, but yesterday's gone. We gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moment, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Another chapter in the book. Can't go back, but you can look. And there we are on every page. Memories I'll always save. Up ahead, only open doors. Who knows what we're heading towards? I wish you love, I wish you luck. For you, the world just opened have told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my show. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been all around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
Written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain. I leave my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. She told me in the morning she don't feel the same about us in her bones. Seems to me that when I die, these words will be written on my stone. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is open wide. The way that I've been holding on too tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's frozen. The story of my life, I give her all. I spend her love until she's broke inside. stays right here in its cage. I know that in the morning now, see us in the light upon the hill. Although I am broken, my heart is unchained still. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. Fire beneath my feet is burning bright. The way that I've been holding on so tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I'll take her home. I'll drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's frozen. The story of my life, I give her all. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. And I've been waiting for this time to come around. But baby, running after you is like chasing the clouds.
Please rise as our graduates will be coming in, and remain standing for the national anthem afterwards. Please rise. Please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove their caps for the national anthem. You can be seated. What a great day in Sabre Country. What great weather for this 2023 graduating class. First of all, I'd like to thank the teachers that are in attendance today. Thank you for coming in your robes and your gowns today. Please stand for a round of applause. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce the student speakers. So if they would both start coming up to the this side of the stage. Right over here. It's my pleasure to introduce our student speakers, Jenna Edwards, President of Student Council, and Marissa Lopez, Senior Class President. These individuals have been great leaders and volunteers throughout their high school years, which is really an understatement, gals. Pretty proud to have you two being our speakers today. They will be missed in the halls at Central DeWitt High School next year. Their leadership will be missed as well, and I expect them to do great things beyond this and also remember where they're from. So, first speaker, Jenna Edwards, President of Student Council. Jenna.
Friends, teachers, administrators, and parents, welcome. Today, we're graduating, and that's a really crazy thought. Graduation is something that some of us looked forward to for years, something that some of us have dreaded, and something that some of us thought was out of our reach to achieve. As we look around, some might wonder how it happened so fast, how we entered as small freshmen, scared of the fast-moving hallways and worried about meeting all of our new teachers, and being scared of the upperclassmen, to now being the upperclassmen, the seniors who stand here ready to graduate and move forward in the world. This is a sentimental moment, and we can't help but to look back. How do we measure the time that we've spent in high school? In the beginning, we measured it in class periods, counting down the days to eventual freedom. As the years passed, we measured it in semesters, and transitioned from the freshmen we once were to the seniors who are up here accepting our diplomas in just a few short moments. Though we no longer have time left here to measure at Central DeWitt, and our rule as upperclassmen has come to an end, I know that as I look out at each and every one of you, I can also measure my time here in a different way. Edible moments. That's how we'll ultimately measure the time that we spent here. Not in periods or semesters or years, but in the friendships we made and the time we spent together. To everyone who's here today, thank you. Thank you to our administrators for running this chaotic show, to our teachers for giving us all of the knowledge, tools, and friendships that we need to make it in this ever-changing world, and most importantly, to our parents and guardians for getting us here with love and support. Without all of you, none of us would be here today. To the class of 2023, whether you've been here since kindergarten or just transferred this year, take a minute to think about everything that has been accomplished throughout your time here at Central DeWitt. We've watched each other grow from small, shy 5-year-olds to awkward middle schoolers, and now to confident young adults who are going to split into numerous directions. Over the last 4 years, we've traveled the state in a variety of sports, performed our way to multiple Division I ratings in both band and choir, and have developed several leaders among our peers in each club and activity that we offer. We've seen greatness, and we've seen defeat, but we as a class have remained unified. As much as some of us hate to admit it, we wouldn't be here without each other. We have become each other's biggest supporters and have gone through times together that only our peers may understand. We helped each other get here today. Congratulations to my fellow graduates of the class of 2023. Wherever we go, whatever we may do, never forget the time that was spent, the memories that were made, the friendships formed, and the people who helped you get here. Nothing worthwhile will be easy, but I know with confidence that after our 4 years here together, each of us has the ability to achieve greatness. Thank you to the class of 2023. It's been one wild ride.
Thank you, Jenna. Now, Marissa Lopez, our senior class president. Marissa.
Hello, Central DeWitt, students, staff, family, and friends. Much like last year, this will be far from a traditional graduation speech. Nah, I'm just kidding. As class president, it has become my responsibility to highlight the qualities and memories of the senior class. Today, I would like to thank and give recognition to everyone who helped us along the way, reflect back on the past, and look forward to the future of our graduating class. I want to start off by thanking everyone present. Graduation is a day we've been waiting for a very long time. Without our families, friends, and faculty, we wouldn't be here today. I extend my gratitude to all of them. Special shout out to the staff for dealing with all of our teenage chaos throughout the years. Although we don't have time to thank everyone individually, I'd like to take a moment and ask my fellow classmates to join me in giving a round of applause to the family, friends, and staff who have lifted us on their shoulders so that we could reach the stage today. I remember coming to the school district and telling my family I was going to pretend that I didn't know how to speak English, so I'd avoid socializing with new people. But I'm glad that they told me they'd punish me if I did such a thing. I ended up making so many new friends, and I hope those friendships carry over into the next path of our lives. Many of us grew up together. We were there for the times. We learned to ride our bikes or had our first sleepovers, experienced our first loves, and so much more. We've also experienced many mistakes together, like that junior we dated when we were freshmen. But we also formed some of our greatest memories and achievements thanks to those mistakes. Without mistakes, we wouldn't have the ability to create the most important thing in the world, and that is change. Our generation has already experienced multiple periods of rapid or unexpected change: technology, communication, culture, and even COVID. Our generation embraces change. We expect it, and now we are ready to create it. A wise teacher once told me that a diamond starts out as a simple chunk of carbon, but with the right amount of pressure and shaping, its beauty finally reveals itself. The power to shape our society and world into diamonds is in your hands. We're all capable of being the catalyst for the transformation of our future, and I believe we can do so. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts." As our time As the end of our time of high school draws near, I hope that our time spent here has equipped each of you with the strength, curiosity, and skills you need to embrace the changes ahead of us. For a long time, people in our community have complimented our class's maturity, drive, and manners. I recognize the potential we all have as individuals and know that we have the power to create the change we want to see in the world. We are the leaders of tomorrow, not only responsible for helping future generations, but creating a better world for everybody. All of us have untapped potential and skills. Now, what are you going to do with it? I hope your answer to that question will be everything that I can. I can't wait for what the future will reveal. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it!
Wonderful job, Marissa, as well. Jenna and Marissa, great job speaking. Now it's time to introduce our alumni speaker, Fletcher Paulson. Fletcher Paulson is a Central DeWitt High School graduate of 2011 and was inducted into the Central DeWitt Hall of Fame in 2022. In high school, he was heavily involved in the performing arts, which is an understatement as well, taking any opportunity to perform that he could. He was a member of the choir and band all 4 years, also a member of the chamber singers and jazz band. Outside of the school day, he participated in plays and musicals, marching and pep band, and speech. Fletcher was on the 2009 state champion track and field team, spent all 4 years as manager for the varsity volleyball team, and I do remember him announcing softball games from 6th through 12th grade. While in school, he earned all state honors in choir 3 times and speech twice. Fletcher was a member of the National Honor Society, Best Buddies, the DeWitt Area Fine Arts Foundation as a student representative, and the Student Council, where he served as president his senior year. Upon graduation, he attended Carthage College in Kenosha, Wisconsin, to study vocal music education. His involvement in Carthage Choir gave him opportunities to tour Ireland, Scotland, and Spain, and even a Midwest tour, which culminated in a performance at the Central DeWitt Performing Arts Center here in DeWitt. He graduated from Carthage in 2015, began working as a choir director at the Prairie School in Racine, Wisconsin in the fall. He currently serves as the Performing Arts Department Chair, has the honor of directing choirs, and also the assistant varsity coach for Prairie School Hawks. It was not only a pleasure to be Fletcher's principal, but it's with great pleasure to introduce our alumni speaker, Mr. Fletcher Paulson.
When I reflect on the person I was in high school compared to who I am now, I realize I haven't changed much, just grown a bit wiser. If there were superlatives given out by the teachers for our graduating class, mine would likely have been master of procrastination. I had a knack for waiting until the last minute, a trait that followed me into college and occasionally resurfaces in my life. Just a few weeks ago, I had a phone conversation with Mr. Pickup. He jokingly mentioned my affinity for last-minute actions, suggesting that I might even wait until last night to start writing this speech. I won't deny it. I still thrive under pressure. But when I say I've grown wiser, that means adding a few days to prepare for a speech. And it means taking various moments from my life, especially those that aren't so glamorous, and learning something every time. Here are a few examples. Tragedy number 1. It was the fall of 2011, my first year of college. I was pursuing music education, and one of our required classes was Education and Society. Our professor, this adorable short Italian woman named Louise Mattioli, made the class enjoyable, and our final project seemed far from intimidating. It was a group project split between research and presentation. Fast forward to December of that year, I was still the same old me, procrastinating and sleeping through my morning alarms. We completed the research portion and prepared our presentation. However, on the day of the presentation, I overslept. Oops. When I finally woke up, my phone was flooded with missed calls and texts from my group mates. With only 20 minutes left of class, I pondered the idea of quickly assembling my own presentation and presenting it solo, hoping Mrs. Mattioli wouldn't notice my absence. Ultimately, I decided against it and walked into class to Mrs. Mattioli's witty remark, "Oh, nice of you to show up." I asked if there was any way to salvage my final grade, and she inquired about the day I was supposed to present. I admitted it was today, and she exclaimed, "Fletcher, you missed your final?" Thankfully, she allowed me to conduct a research project comparing various teaching methods as a substitute for my final grade. That day taught me the importance of being punctual and never sleeping through another class. Lesson learned. Tragedy number 2. It was the fall of 2015, my first year teaching at the Prairie School. I felt fortunate to be part of such an incredible school community, connecting effortlessly with my colleagues, students, and parents. As a passionate Cubs fan, I was excited about the team's postseason contention. Then, in October, I received an email about last-minute tickets between the Cubs and the Mets for Game 4 of the NLCS. I was determined not to miss out on this historic event, even if I couldn't find somebody to accompany me at the last minute. So I embarked on a solo adventure to Chicago, parking at my sister's apartment and taking an Uber to Wrigley Field. Little did I know this impulsive decision would lead to an unexpected series of events. As I approached the stadium filled with anticipation, I noticed a missed call and a voicemail from a number I didn't recognize. Curiosity compelled me to listen to the voicemail, and to my surprise, it was the Uber driver telling me that I left my keys in his car and that he turned my keys over to the police. Realizing there was little I could do at that moment, I decided to push aside my worries and enjoy the game. Afterward, I headed to the nearest police station, hoping my keys had been turned in. Unfortunately, luck was not on my side, and my keys were nowhere to be found. To add to the unfortunate circumstances, I had to inform my school administration that I would be unable to teach the following day due to being stranded without transportation. As the news spread through the school grapevine, the story somehow morphed into a distorted version, with rumors circulating that Mr. Paulson was arrested at the Cubs game. While it was disconcerting to hear such a rumor, I quickly set the record straight. Tragedy number 3. Fast forward to March 13th, 2021, exactly 1 year from the day our school had to close its doors due to the pandemic. Unlike many schools in the area, we were fortunate to have resumed in-person learning for the entire school year. However, on that fateful day, as I sat at home watching the Big Ten basketball tournament, I heard a car alarm go off outside. Irritated, I initially dismissed it, but the persistent blaring and 2 loud pops reminiscent of fireworks caught my attention. Worried that something was amiss, I decided to investigate. And as I rounded the front of my house, my worst fears became a reality. My car and garage were engulfed in flames, and the fire was threatening to spread to the house. In a state of panic, I immediately dialed 911, only to be questioned about the accuracy of my address. The operator's words sent shivers down my spine as she advised me to gather any essentials from my house in case the fire spread. In that moment, the concept of essentials became a hazy blur, and I hastily filled a laundry basket with whatever I could salvage. The months that followed were filled with countless conversations with inspectors and insurance adjusters, the loss of my completely torched car, garage, and everything inside, and the repeated reminders from the towing company to clear out a vehicle that was nothing but ash and wreckage. Why do tragedies happen? Because they test the qualities that define who we are. Those qualities for me were happiness, positivity, energy, and reliability. Those moments, though challenging, also provide opportunities for growth and learning. For instance, after sleeping through a final exam, I vowed never to miss a morning class again. Now I wake up at 5 a.m. every day to prioritize my well-being. Following the Cubs game incident, I realized the power of supportive work environment and the willingness of loved ones, even at age 22, to help us out of tough situations. And when the fire engulfed my car and garage, I experienced firsthand the incredible dedication of first responders. I witnessed the unwavering commitment of strangers who were there to assist somebody they had never met. This underscores the significance of community, of playing our part and extending help whenever possible. The notion of community runs deep in our lives within this school system. Sure, in my years, our musicals and plays may have taken place at the Opera House with no wing space and treacherous stairs, but we thrived because we went through those challenges together. This community provides experiences that students in schools 10 times our size could never fathom. Community also means having connections that span years. Despite being away from this place for 12 years, memories of some of you seniors still linger in my mind. They aren't life-changing moments for any of you, but just examples of some existing micro-connections. Take Carter Drury, the youngest of 5 siblings. His oldest sister, Christine, graduated with my sister in 2008, and now, 15 years later, it's his turn. His sister, Hillary, graduated with me, and I recall her and Emmy on numerous occasions attempting to carry him, despite his almost equal size to theirs. I remember a volleyball open gym session when Peggy Kuhn was coaching. Paul would run around the gym throughout the entire time, and his older brother, Ira, in an act of mischief, hurled a volleyball across the floor, hitting Paul on the head and sending him crashing to the ground. Then there's Brady Peterson. I'm friends with his older sister, Katie, and on one occasion, a group of us were hanging out at their house when Brady discovered the movie Wild Hogs. It quickly became his favorite, and for the entire night, Brady persistently pleaded with me to watch Wild Hogs with him. It didn't matter if we were in the middle of a conversation or playing a game, he would interject with his trademark question, "Want to watch Wild Hogs?" Just think, if someone as distant from those 3 graduates as I am has those memories buried in my brain, how many truly meaningful, life-changing moments exist among all of the people here today? I could reminisce endlessly about my high school memories and the experience I had as part of this incredible community. However, what I truly hope you take away from your time here is the realization that this is a remarkable place to be. It has provided you with an outstanding education, and as you embark on your journey beyond this school, whether you enter the workforce, pursue a trade school, community college, or a 4-year university, you have the power to build and foster a sense of community wherever you go. Seek out a work environment that ignites your passion and enthusiasm. Break free from negative habits, prioritize your personal growth, and invest in your physical and mental well-being. Remember, difficult moments should never be wasted. They hold valuable lessons that shape and define who you are. In a world often overshadowed by fear and uncertainty, it becomes crucial to discover the ways to see the positive and emerge triumphant. If this senior class is anything like the seniors at my school, then you are a beacon of hope. You have traversed through challenging times, experiences I never had to go through at your age. You don't need to embrace toxic positivity, but rather try to find the light in any situation. Slept through your final exam? Apologize sincerely and take proactive steps to make amends. Learn from the experience and ensure that you never sleep through those morning alarms again. Find yourself stranded after losing your keys? Be prepared by having a spare set, enabling someone to come to your aid. And if your car catches fire, well, I hope you have insurance. Let me close with a little anecdote. Back in 2011, our school newspaper was known as the Purple Onion. In an article titled "The Graduation Speech You'll Never Hear," Katie Dorpinghouse from the class of 2010 provided profound insights. While the entire speech has stayed with me, I would like to leave you with the closing paragraph she penned. Juggling homework, extracurricular activities, and friends has taught you how to manage your time. And when you didn't have time for it all, the choices made told you what you valued most. You may be leaving the familiar setting where you know exactly who you are, but you are more than ready to plunge into the unknown. So congratulations, class of 2023. You know you aren't ready for what comes next, but that hasn't stopped you from embracing the future.
Now, Mr. Utek and the concert choir.
by one, with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. Always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears. I never thought I'd walk away with so much joy and so much pain. It is so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. Hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember another chapter in the book. Then go back but you can look. There we are on every page. Memories I'll always save. Up ahead on the open doors. Who knows what we're heading towards? I wish you love, I wish you love. For you the world just opens up. But it's so hard to say. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. Hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember every day that we had, all the good, all the bad, I keep it here inside. All the times that we shared, every place, every way, you touched my eyes. My heart will look back, we'll smile and we'll laugh. Right now we just cry, 'cause it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. And hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember
Thanks to both Mr. Utek and Mr. Grubel for providing the music today. As always, wonderful. And both the band and the choirs today as well. Also, thanks, Tony Gaspin, for preparing this like you always do, Tony. You are much appreciated. Now it's time for Mr. Pecci and Mrs. Vance to help with our academic recognition time. Mr. Pecci and Mrs. Vance.
At this time, we would like to announce our academic awards for all 8 semesters. Students with second honors with a 3.5 to a 3.74 GPA, please come forward. Natalie Andreessen. Samuel Bloom. Braxton Brewer. Jacob Brokaw. Kaylee Cargill. Amanda Clower. Drew Crank. Jack Eberhardt. Toby Green. Emily Grimes. Reagan Hofer. Tanner Holmes. Amelia House. Charlie Larson. Christopher Martins. Grace McCauley. Michaela Navin. Keller Randleman. Anissa Seiler. Michael Schneider. Olivia Stevens. Haley Van Skoyak. Tyson Veach. Olivia Vetter. Joseph Vickers. Lyndon Zevenbergen. Matthew Zitterich. At this time, if we could have our first honors, students with 3.75 to 3.99 GPAs, please come forward. Ashley Bossum. Lucas Brathauer. Elise Burzloff. Colby Cornelius. Kennedy Donovan. Tyson Dunn. Jenna Edwards. Annie Ellenson. Thomas Fielding. Emma Gleasing. Samuel Gravert. Emma Grace Hartman. Faith Henningsen. Riley Horst. Adriana Kerr. Dayton Kiggins. Paul Kuhn. Marissa Lopez. Soren Miracle. Ireland McManus. Paige Owens. Benjamin Pace. Brady Peterson. Brody Proctor. Jackson Randleman. Zoe Tiefenthaler. Mairead Willimack. At this time, if we could have the students with the Academic Excellence Award, which are 4.0 students, please come forward. Mia Braddock. Lexi Cooper. Shay Denahy. Kate Keel. Alexis Van Zee. And Matthew Waters.
I can say give one more round of applause for all those students. That's pretty impressive. So we're moving to what you really came for, and that's to receive your diplomas. What a great day you've endured, more than you expected after 13 years of schooling. You deserve this send-off from the school and the community. You persevered through a worldwide pandemic your freshman year and on, which now seems forever ago, but I believe you are stronger for it. Congratulations, graduates, family and friends, and all on the live stream today. As you know, I tell you, this is not the end. This is the beginning of the next phase of your life. Set your goals high and chase them. It's always important to remember your roots and foundation you have put down for the future. You are now very well prepared for the next phase of your lives, whichever that may be. I believe Fletcher's speech says there's ups and downs always. I always say it's never as bad, it's never as good as it seems. Keep level-headed. I mentioned to you as ninth graders when I shook your hands and said the next time I'll shake your hands would be today. I believe that the legacy I asked you to leave behind is a pretty good legacy in a lot of things. More importantly, the people and how you treat others is really important. You've left a great legacy behind. I'm also excited to shake your hands today. It's one of the greatest things that I get to do as principal at Central DeWitt High School. Now it's the time to pave the way to bigger things. This class helped change and improve the culture at Central DeWitt High School one way or another, and for that I am grateful. I haven't said this often, but pride in self, pride in school, pride in community is always pretty important. As you know, class of 23, I'm very proud of you. Go make great things happen in this world. Thank you. Dr. Peterson, it's my pleasure to present to you the class of 2023 and hereby certify that the graduates have fulfilled the requirements as set forth by the Department of Education and the Central DeWitt Community School District. Dr. Peterson.
Thank you, Mr. Pickup, and congratulations to the Central DeWitt class of 2023. Each of you has met or exceeded our graduation requirements and have also provided some great memories in many different areas of your school career, which give us a great deal of pride in this class. By going through graduation today, it's our school district's affirmation that we believe you have the tools and foundation necessary to tackle whatever you decide to do next, whether it's college, the workforce, military, or whatever path you decide to take. And I'd like to congratulate you on what you're achieving today. I'd also like, as you leave today, to consider staying connected with our school district even after you leave, sharing your accomplishments and achievements with us, sharing anything that you were prepared for, sharing anything that you weren't prepared for, and if at any time there's any way we can continue to support you in the future, we would love to have that opportunity. And now to the Central DeWitt School Board, Directors Hannah Peroni, Corey Huff, Jeff Blandon, and Board Vice President Angela Reingans. As Mr. Pickup has done, I also certify that the class of 2023 has satisfied all of the requirements set forth by the Iowa Department of Education and the Central DeWitt Community School District, and I recommend that the school board grant these students their diplomas. Mrs. Reingans.
Dr. Peterson, I accept your recommendation on behalf of the Central Community School District Board of Education and hereby grant all of these students their diplomas with associated rights and all privileges. Thank you.
Natalie Andreessen. Grace Bagdonis. Carson Buthine. Colton Bierman. Samuel Bloom. Ashley Bossum. Mia Rose Braddock. Lucas Brauhauer. Braxton Brewer. Jacob Eric Brokaw. Robert Allen Birkin. Elise Danielle Burzloff. Kaylee Marie Louise Cargill. Amanda Clower. Lexi Ann Cooper. Colby Cornelius. Drew Douglas Crank. Joshua Allen Crowley. Tatum Dale Daniels. Emma Christine Diekey. Jonathan Charles Dennehy. Shay Marie Dennehy. Kaylee Alexis Devine. Corey M. Doctorman. Kennedy Isabel Donovan. Carter Lee Drury. Tyson Paul Dunn. Jack Bonson Eberhardt. Junior Gabriel Iquagua. Javaris Cortez Edwards. Jenna Nicole Edwards. Braylon Eggers. Annie Lorraine Sims Ellison. Kaylee Elizabeth Ernst. Logan Ryan Foyce. Thomas Joshua Fielding. Colin Thomas Franzen. Alexander Nicholas Fuller. Emma Reese Gleasing. Samuel James Gravert. Toby Douglas Green. Emily Ann Grimes. Eli Joel Hack. David Terrell Harper. Emma Grace Hartman. Faith Anne-Marie Henningsen. Jackson Henry. Landon Hildebrandt. Liliana Joe Height. Samantha Esther Leddick. Reagan Lee Hofer. Sean Daniel Huffman. Samuel Douglas Holmes. Tanner John Holmes. Riley Elizabeth Horst. Amelia Juliette House. Anna Kathleen Herning. Abigail Marie Jensen. Adriana Renee Kerr. Killian Driscoll Kettleson. Dayton Lee Kiggins. Keaton Andrew Cruz. Kate Keel. Paul Gerald Kuhn. Brianna Lanhart. Charlie Lou Larson. Trenton Ronald Ernest Lemkool. Joshua Ryan Lippens. Marissa Janelle Lopez. Soren Kate Miracle. Christopher Charles Martins. Corey Michael McAleer. Grace June McCauley. Liam Michael McConaughey. Jenna K. McDonald. Myra Catherine McDonough. Ireland Grace McManus. Salinger A. Mercado. Xander Mickelson. Emily Miller. Caden Kane Mooney. Kayla Joyce Naven. Paige Elizabeth Owens. Benjamin Jacob Pace. Caden Blaine Parkton. Krista Ann Patchen. Brady Matthew Peterson. Claire Christine Peterson. Brody James Proctor. Emma Randall. Jackson Douglas Randleman. Keller Randleman. David Carlos Raul. Donovan James Ruffner. Anissa Elizabeth Seiler. Alexis May Sheeper. Michael Lee Schneider. Trey Carl Schnorr. Benjamin Shutterly. Austin Sensky. Kevin Schaefer. Bryce Shaw. Jesselyn Suzanne Shockey. Ethan Sons. Emily Sierra Stearns. Olivia Lynn Stevens. Hannah Marie Sunday. Benjamin Teal. Zoe Sujin Tiefenthaler. Denise Walter. Alexis Hope Vanzi. Haley Sue Vanskoyak. Tyson Veach. Olivia Marie Vetter. Joseph Matthew Vickers. Jacob Gerald Vossler. Avery Voss. Matthew John Waters. Jaden Michael Wernick. Logan James White. Mairead Willamack. Haley Lina Raggi. Alexis Ann Yackel. Austin Mason Roy Yackel. Dalton Cole Yarlam. Lyndon Andon Zevenbergen. Matthew Joseph Zitterich. Students, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the graduates of the Central DeWitt Community School District Class of 2023. Seniors, you can throw your hats. Test. Students, senior picture time as you leave. Don't forget, senior picture time.
So just for your information, we'll be doing the senior picture here, and then we will be getting their diplomas and everything in the north end zone, and then we will start the parade, senior cruise, if you will. That end zone over there, those of seniors don't know the north. Marade. And then I'll stay around for pictures at the school later for anyone that wants them. So congratulations once again, class of 2023.